Hey everyone, it's Game for Pub. Welcome back to some CS:GO. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going to be talking about the whole gambling controversy that surrounded CS:GO over the past couple months, but really has been around for a while now. We're going to be playing some arms race while we're doing it. I joined the game a little bit late, so we're going to see if I'm able to actually catch up or what happens with this, but who knows, we'll see. So if you don't know, I'm sure most of you know already what this is all about, but I'm going to talk about it anyways. I'm going to do a quick little introduction to the CS:GO gambling controversy. So CS:GO gambling is something, if you have no idea what I'm talking about, CS:GO gambling is something that basically how it works is people get their skins in CS:GO and they I'm lagging, and they bet them in websites. Now the issue with this isn't that the skins are being sent away. The issue is that the gambling websites are not run by Valve, and so as a result of that, it's open to manipulation, it's open to scamming, it's open to all that kind of stuff, and that's what we've seen come out. And this was always suspected in the as the rise of gambling came out. It was sort of expected that there would be scamming gambling websites, but I don't think that anyone expected the YouTube community to be the ones that were doing it. And so it came out that some YouTubers that were saying they were sponsored by gambling websites actually owned them. First of all, which is illegal. But the main issue with that wasn't necessarily that the YouTubers owned them. It was that these YouTubers who were gambling on these websites were able to see the results of the match, like the betting, before the results happened. They knew which ticket was going to win, and so because of that, it sort of opened up in something that let people realize something that I think a lot of people hadn't thought of, and that is the owners of the servers, first of all, could play in their own gambling, which is an issue because they could know which thing was going to win, but they could also rig the results in their favor, and they can make sure that they're going to win more often than everyone else. And that's why if you watch a gambling site, if you're not even playing, if you just watch them, you'll see that a lot of times there's the 1% and the really low percentages are winning way more than they should. And this is obviously a sign that something is wrong. If you're going by basic percentages and you play, let's say 100 games, nobody below 5% should win. If you play 100 games, more than 2 or 3 times at the absolute most. And so, obviously, if that's not happening, if you're seeing people with 5% chances winning more often than people with 80% chances, there's something wrong. There's something wrong with the gambling. And so, I think that's something that a lot of people didn't realize until it was almost too late. And so now, Valve obviously had to take some action. If you don't know, Valve is being sued by someone who lost all their skins on a gambling site. Even though it wasn't run by Valve, Valve is being left liable. I'm going to pause here, and once the game restarts the next one, we'll go back into this, and we'll keep talking about it. We're back. In a new map, maybe we'll do better this time. So, like I was talking about, it opened up this issue of people realizing that because the gambling sites weren't being run by Valve, it was able to be manipulated very, very easily. And so Valve was left with no options, really. They were being sued by a person who lost all their skins on a non-Valve website. It was a website not even run by Valve, and Valve was being sued. So Valve, like all Valve things, as soon as they started being affected money-wise, they realized they had to do something. And so, what Valve did is they announced that all gambling websites are going to be banned. They're going to be forced to be taken down, or they're going to have to have all of their. Basically, Valve is going to ban all of their trade bots. So this has left an interesting problem in the community because there is a lot of people. Now, I'm not sure how many of them are of age and should be gambling, but there is a lot of people. Really, wow. I don't know how that didn't kill it. There's a lot of people that enjoy gambling on CS:GO. They enjoy it. It's just like going to the casino, right? You have your skins. Your skins are like your money, and you want to gamble with them, right? And the issue is how we're going to replace that gambling now that it's going to be banned. And so, I have a solution that I think could make Valve money and it could be more legit than what it is now. And hopefully it's something that Valve maybe listens to, or Valve thinks of themselves and implements, because I think it could be a pretty successful thing, and it's something that I would do, and something that I think a lot of people would do. And so the solution to this, in my opinion, would be for Valve to open up their own gambling portion of CSGO. It'd be along with case openings. There would be a section for users to go in and gamble their skins, and it wouldn't be a trade deposit, it wouldn't be trading, it'd be similar to the process in which you get your skins in CS through the cases, so how they just drop and show up in your inventory. Valve has the ability, I believe, to access people's inventory, give them items, take items if they want. And so I think that through Valve, they could be able to establish a pretty good gambling system, similar to the ones that are pretty prominent now, with the biggest difference being that it's not going to be susceptible to people rigging, because Valve aims to profit through offering... Oh my god, is this kid just going to camp in there all game? Valve aims to profit through legitimate, non-rigged gambling. And so if they can offer that, I feel like people would come and play on Valve's actual systems, and then they can profit, or they can sort of maintain the legitimacy of gambling, while also trying to find a way to make a profit. I'm not sure how the profit would be. That would be up to them, obviously, but I think that it's something that they could definitely consider, and something that I think would help the CSGO community grow. Because one issue with the sort of removal of gambling is that a lot of the people now are worried that the skin value is going to drop substantially on a lot of the high-value skins, because if you can't gamble them away, there's not a lot of people that are sort of just chill with like $10,000 in the bank for CSGO skins, right? So if you have your Dragon Lord, a lot of people expect that it's going to substantially drop in value now that you can't gamble anymore. And so a way for the Valve to make sure that the skin market remains sort of prominent is that, for one, they have to make sure that either Steam raises their minimum or their maximum purchase value on the market, because right now I think the maximum you could spend is $400 on a skin, which just doesn't cover a lot of high-value skins. Or they have to sort of make sure websites like OP Skins, where you can sell these skins for more money, exists. But even still, I believe that the value of skins will drop as a result of this, as a result of the removal of trading. And I think that if Valve finds a way to do those two things, I think that Valve can profit a lot more, and I think the CS community could be a lot better in general. Just because I'm not against gambling, I've enjoyed it myself. The issue I have is with underage gambling, and that's something I think Valve could control better than a third-party website who's really just there to make a quick buck. I don't think these websites really care about breaking the law, whereas Valve would be liable if they broke the law. And so if they could establish a legitimate gambling sort of atmosphere and a legitimate gambling system, I think they could aim to profit quite a lot from it, and I think that it would be beneficial to the community as well as to Valve. And so to end this, I think I'm just going to I'll just go over the two things that I think need... I was stupid, I should have spoken on them. The two things that Valve needs to do to ensure that skin values remain where they are right now. And those two things are, firstly, they need to establish a gambling system that can replace the gambling websites that they're getting rid of. This gambling system needs to be legitimate, it needs to be free from the ability to rig, and it needs to be obviously playable for everybody. And they also need to remove the limit on the Steam market for skins, so that the skin values can remain where they are right now. So those are the two things I think need to be done to fix this whole CSGO gambling controversy. Be sure to leave your feedback on this. If you did enjoy the video and you want to leave a like and a favorite, be sure to do that. If you're new to the channel and you enjoyed, be sure to subscribe. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this. My name is GameFruit Pulp. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you all later.